Good afternoon, card community. It is RJ, it is Sunday, and it is time for the Sunday Trivia Recap. Okay, everybody. Hope you had a great week. A lot of mail for me recently because I've been went on a bit of a buying spree about a week or two ago, and things are starting to trickle in now. So that's what I'm showing off this coming week. So if you want to stop by and see a whole lot of Mike Schmidt stuff, because I got a whole lot of single cards to add in to my Mike Schmidt personal collection. So that's what I'm going to be showing off next week. This week, we're wrapping up the week with the trivia recap, so let's get to that on Monday. This week was all about brothers. So on Monday, the question was, name for me the pair of brothers who have been elected into baseball's Hall of Fame. Now, I will show the two that I had in mind. Famously, Paul and Lloyd Wainer have reached the Hall of Fame. Old Pirates players from the 20s and 30s, the Wainer brothers. In fact, Lloyd actually had a little stint with the Phillies. Where was it? Right there, 1942. He had a stint with the Phillies. Lloyd Wainer did. That was the easy one. The more difficult one is the Wright brothers. No, not those Wright brothers. Harry and George Wright. Now, Harry and George Wright, they had a father who was a very good cricket player back in Great Britain before they came to America, and he was a big fan of cricket and had taught his children how to play cricket. But cricket was not catching on in America. It was very much baseball. That was the American sport. Harry played in some of the local semi-pro or what do you want to say, industrial league teams at the time. Social club league, something in the social clubs back in the mid 1800s. And George was younger, but also excelled as a player. By the time professional baseball came along, Harry was an established star. George was an established star, but Harry, being older, became more of a manager. In fact, Harry Wright was the manager of the 1869 Cincinnati Red Sox. That was the first professional baseball team and went undefeated in the season of 1969. And for several games in 1869, and for several games in 1870 before they lost. So George was a star player for that team, and in fact, George Wright was a star player in the early years of professional baseball of the 1870s. And he was around into the 1920s, still advocating baseball and whatnot. But anyway, these are the Wright brothers of baseball. However, another individual opined on my question and made this point, which I had neglected to consider, but he was valid. The Foster brothers. Now, Rube and Bill are brothers, but they're half brothers. Forgive me, I did not look up to see which parent was in common, but they are, here it says, Willie Foster, younger brother, half brother of Rube Foster on the back of that card. So the Foster brothers was also an acceptable answer to that question. So that long dissertation to tell you the answer to that question, what you are playing for, two awesome cards from Topps Gold Label back in 2000 or 1999, was it? I believe this was from 1999, Topps Gold Label. Yankees, Paul O'Neill and Orlando Hernandez. Very shiny cards for you on that one. The individuals up on the screen here were kind enough to throw out a guess. I will scroll down so you can see everybody's name. Everybody here is a regular to my channel. There are no newbies, so shout outs to all you regulars. Thanks for coming back again. We will shuffle once and spin. You must hit 3 times on my channel. I do that because not a lot of people show up, and I want to make it more interesting than one and done and give everybody a chance to participate. So here we go. Good luck to everybody. It's interesting. I was talking to my wife recently. There is in Philadelphia. They're running what they call their Fanatics Charities. It's where everybody in the organization, many of the team players and other executives and people around the world of baseball and Philadelphia sports, offers up events or experiences along with them. So, for example, me being a Mike Schmidt fan, there is up for auction right now, and in fact, it ends later today, the ability to have a dinner with Mike Schmidt for 8 people. Well, that currently, last I saw, was going for about $9,000. So I was not participating. But one of the really cool ones that I really thought about at bidding on, even though it's very pricey, but you know, I could pull some strings. It's the ability to go and be a part of the actual official team photograph for the year. So they'll let you put on, like, if you wanted to, a jersey. Actually, it might not be the official Phillies photo that they use, but it was going to be one while they're snapping the picture, they'll slip you in there. You and a friend can get in there and get your picture taken with the team on the day that they take the official photo. And maybe that's not the image they actually use, but you get to be in it briefly, and you got a choice to wear a uniform, an actual uniform, as if you were a member of the team, or the polo and jeans that the staff members wear, the polo that the staff members wear. So I probably would do the polo just because I don't want to. I think it's a little presumptuous of anybody to put on the jersey of a member of the team if you're not actually playing the game. So I wouldn't presume to put on the uniform. But that currently is going for just north of $4,000. Oh, hang on a second. Take time out. The Card Closet. Eric over the Card Closet. Congrats to you, sir. I think I have your address information. If I don't, I'll reach out to you, sir. Congrats to you. 2 cool Yankee cards. I hope you enjoyed that. Next question. We're going to move on to Wednesday. And Wednesday's question also with a brother theme. I say, name for me the 2 brothers who in their career, the only 2 brothers who in their career had hitting streaks of 30 or more games. So I'm going to read it before I'll show you who they are, and then I'm going to read out of the book so I don't mess it up. It is Joe and Dom DiMaggio. Now, there was a third DiMaggio brother who played baseball. That was Vince. Vince was not very good at all, unfortunately, at least in the major league level. I know Joe always says Vince was better back in the sandlots of San Francisco, but Joe and Dom was the answer to your question. And I'm going to read out of the book to say exactly what their feat was. So, the only brothers with major league batting streaks of 30 or more games. Joe, playing for the New York Yankees, had his record 56-game streak in 1941, and Dom, as a member of the Red Sox, hit in 34 straight games in 1949. So that is the stats on the DiMaggio brothers. What you are playing for here is 2 cool cards. I think they're cool. From the original 1989 Upper Deck release, Darren Daulton, legendary Philly catcher, and then Brady Anderson, just short of his 50 home run outburst. So 2 awesome cards from original 1989 Upper Deck. That's what you are playing for. The individuals up here on the screen were kind enough to throw out a guess. Again, no newbies. Now, you can only win once a week on my channel, but Card Closet did not throw out a guess for Wednesday, so I do not need to knock him out. Everybody else is up there on the screen ready to go, so we will shuffle once and spin. Good luck to everybody on this one. So yeah, I was saying I would have bid on that. It's actually it's actually like I said, it's 2 people can get in the picture, you and a friend, plus they give you 2 more people to invite, they can stand there and watch, and then all four of you get to watch the game afterwards. So it's 4 tickets to the game plus the ability to appear in that photo. I thought that was just, insanely cool. That was really great. I really, really wanted to bid, but my wife was. I think I stepped on the cord here. My computer got twisted there. Sorry about that. Yeah, so the wife was not a big fan of my bidding $4,000 and more for that little experience, even though I think it would have been so freaking cool. I would have reached out to a couple local Philly YouTubers to see if they wanted to accompany me on the excursion, but I didn't even bother to bid. So the other things I want to talk about the Phillies charity auctions, you talk about how crazy. I don't know. You guys got to let me know. Do other teams do these kind of things where they have an auction for whatever charity they support? For the Phillies have been doing this for Lou Gehrig's disease. ALS. They've been doing it for ALS for years. That's always their charity. And I'm not sure if other teams do this kind of thing, where once a year they do a huge charity auction with excursions and experiences with the team members. So the thing I want to, brag about or say, oh my word, is some of the experiences with the team members, the players, the actual players themselves. So the two that caught my mind, one was, I think it was Bryson Stott and Brandon Marsh, who are, good young players. They're stars in Philadelphia. I don't know if anybody outside of Philadelphia considers them stars. They're certainly huge stars in Philly. There's obviously their level stardom and then another level stardom above them, but they're huge. But they offered up a round of mini golf at the stadium, which I don't know how they would do that, but mini golf at the stadium and then tickets to the game. And I think it was, for like 6 people, maybe something like that. It was a number of people, but you'd be playing mini golf with Brandon or Bryson Stott and Brandon Marsh. That was the excursion. That's it. Nothing crazy. That sucker's going for $16,000 to do that. $16,000 to play putt-putt with Brandon Marsh and Bryson Stott at the game and then go watch the game. I couldn't believe that. Now, the next one I can kind of believe, but it boggles them. Oh, I actually went a little over there. God is great. Ken's got 4 already. So I think Ken wins. So Ken, congrats to you, sir. You're going to be getting these awesome cards. I know you like you some cards, so that'll be great for you. I'll get back to the next one. Let's go on to Fridays. So Friday's question, keeping with the brother theme, I said, which are the only set of brothers to have won batting titles? Not necessarily in the same year, obviously, but these two brothers at one time or another did lead their league in the batting. And the answers are Harry and Dixie Walker. There they are. And I'm gonna read out of the book so I get the information correct as I repeat it to you. I don't want to misquote it. So, the only brothers to win Major League Batting Championships. Dixie, playing for the Brooklyn Dodgers in 1944, won the National League title with a .357 mark, and Harry, playing most of the 1947 season with the Philadelphia Phillies, after starting the year with the St. Louis Cardinals, led the National League with a .363 mark. So Philly once hit .363. Scary. Anyway, so that was your answer for that one. What you're playing for on this one are two awesome, I think awesome, dang near Hall of Famers, and their 1995 Upper Deck SP cards, Lou Whitaker and Ruben Sierra. I think both of these guys are borderline Hall of Famers. People keep talking that Lou's going to make it someday. There's absolutely no discussion about Ruben Sierra, but Sierra had a fantastic career as well. Very long. He played 25, 26 years, dang into his 40s, Ruben Sierra played. So those were your answers. That was the answer to that question. And again, the people up here on the screen were kind enough to throw out a guess. Ken is out. And again, I don't believe that Card Closet answered on this one, so nobody else to remove. So we will shuffle once again and spin. Good luck to everybody on this one. All right. So yeah, I was saying the other experience that really blew my mind that it's going for what it's going for is there's a chance for a group of 8 kids and 2 adults to have a wiffle ball party with Bryce Harper. So you get to have a wiffle ball birthday party or kids party, just a party with Bryce Harper. I think Bryce did this before because I remember seeing video of him doing that once before. So maybe he does this annually. This is always his thing. That also is going for about $16,000. Now that one makes a little bit more sense to me. Now you might say, how could anybody spend thousands of dollars for these kind of things? Well, there's wealthy people out there in every major city, and they do what they want to do to make their kids happy, I suppose. But yeah, and there's upwards of, I don't know. Oop, Jesse, here's baseball cards. Get that. These are coming to you, sir. I was saying there's upwards of 50, almost 50 different excursions, experiences, and things like that. Some of them are very basic, you get to hang out with the guys in the broadcast booth. You get to hang out with Rob Thompson for the day, the manager, or the general manager, Dave Dombrowski, or other people like that. There's a lot of that stuff. There's some memorabilia packages, autographed ball packages, first pitch throw out, change the bases, all that fun stuff. I would really love to know if there's other teams out there doing this kind of stuff. So if your team does something like that, let me know in the comments below, because I would like to brag on my Phillies if they're the only ones doing this kind of thing, because this is freaking cool. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. And come back again on Monday. That's just tomorrow. We'll have more of this great trivia and prizes to give away, all right? Thanks for watching, and take care.